Man, goes without saying the effort that our team plays with. I told them in there that they certainly don't want to hear me say how proud I am of them at this point in time. When you go out there and you play your butts off and you come away with a 7-point loss to the University of North Carolina, but it really, from every phase of it, I never ever question what we do as a football team as far as effort. Some of our execution could have been better at times, but man, what a team that we have. We really have a strong football team, and I'm very excited about where we are. And a lot of coaches come in here and you sit there and you're 0-2, and we understand that. But 0-2 with games to the University of South Carolina, University of North Carolina, the way we played gives us, I would say, like I said, it just we're going to hold our heads up, we're going to keep our chest out, and we're going to come back and we're going to be a better football team next year or next week. We had the opportunity to take that game. Didn't make the plays when we needed to. Critical plays, both offensively, defensively, and special teams. It was certainly a team loss. And, it's not one of those things you say, well, this side of the ball, the special teams phase of it didn't play out. We all had our opportunities to make plays. We made plays, but we didn't make enough of those plays. And therefore, we sit here with a 7-point defeat, a difference in the ballgame. So you guys got any questions?
Coach, after they turn the ball over there, you guys aren't really able to get the false start on first down and weren't really able to do much with it. Is that a frustrating moment?
Oh, God. I mean, the false starts are the most frustrating thing for me in football because it's concentration. It is concentration. It's not like we have a bunch of motions and shifts and things of that nature and cadences that we bark out different. It's very, very consistent for us. And when it happens, it's hard to overcome. I mean, it's hard to overcome a first down penalty. It doesn't matter what football team you are. You can't play from behind the sticks. And we certainly on that last drive play from behind the sticks.
Two questions. Did you consider going for it on fourth down?
I did. I did consider going for it. I thought we were really playing well defensively. I thought we were going to stop them. I thought we were going to have the ball back about midfield, and we were going to have the opportunity to go in there and score. You certainly look at the situation right there. Probably had a better opportunity on our third down play, but it didn't work out the way we did, and didn't get the ball back. That's hard to watch when you're a football coach and a football team that plays your guts out, and you just watch that clock dwindle.
What was the big difference that you made at halftime to come out to that 18-0 run that y'all had?
There wasn't a difference. Our message in our team room before we came out, I said, I want you to understand, I thought you were the better team going into that football game. And at halftime, I said, you're still the better team. I said, we just got to go out and clean up some things. There weren't no doggone yelling, screaming, inspirational speeches. We just came out there and played good football.
Talk about your defense being opportunistic, and you saw that day with 3 turnovers. How about the job that they were able to do being disruptive in this game?
They did an outstanding job. They were very, very disruptive. Sometimes we got caught in some of their tempo and didn't get aligned and assigned properly and gave up some big runs that were very, very unfortunate because when we are aligned and assigned, we're tough. I mean, there's not a lot of easy yardage in there, and to give up those plays were unfortunate. But our defense is playing well. That's a good football team in the University of North Carolina. That really is. They're a good offensive football team. I knew their defense was going to play better today. Certainly. Wish we could have just made one more step.
Coach, do you think they held you without a point in the fourth quarter? Did they do anything differently that you saw, or no?
No, they didn't. It just, execution there in the fourth quarter just didn't go our way. It wasn't anything they did. They made plays. They made plays. Ultimately, they made more plays than we did, and then that was the difference in the ballgame.
I don't know how much input you had on this, but to start the season with against 2 Power 5 opponents is pretty unusual. Do you believe it'll pay dividends for you in the conference season? And just what were your thoughts when you saw the schedule?
Now that we've played them, I feel very good about our football team. I thought we stood toe to toe with two Power Fives, the University of South Carolina and University of North Carolina. We had opportunities to go out and win. You can look and say the scheduling is a little bit off, maybe, but we had opportunities to beat both of these football teams we played in the first 2 weeks. There wasn't a difference in our team and their team. If I line my team or our team up today, I'm going to pick our team over those two teams every day of the week. Yeah, we're sitting here 0-2. We have everything in front of us that we want to go achieve. We have a conference championship we got to go compete against and play for, hopefully. We will learn from these. It was a tough start, but we're going to move on very, very quickly from it, and we're going to get ready for Charlotte. And then I told them, I said, we're going to get ready for a run and be ready because we've got a good football team.
What's the attitude of the team after a loss like this? We being ready going forward.
We all understand these games we build them up. Okay. You know, when you put them on the schedule, you got the University of South Carolina, you got the University of North Carolina. Everybody understands you have an opportunity to go win these games. Okay. That doesn't happen very often. The group of five doesn't defeat the Power Five very often. It just doesn't happen. We had an opportunity to do it. So yes, we're going out and we're trying to win and we're doing everything possible. We're playing as hard as we can. And when you come up, just like last week, I thought we played offensively and defensively very well. And we came up short in the special teams, but we weren't outmatched. And if you look at our football team today, we weren't outmatched with the University of North Carolina. Not at all. Not in a single position on that football field. It's a disappointing feeling. But it's not something that's going to train wreck our season. It's something that we're going to gain confidence from. We're going to build on it. It's almost going to inspire us to be a better football team because of how we played the first 2 weeks.
Is that third quarter, the way the offense played, is that what you can expect?
Well, we all expect to be very, very good on both sides of the ball. And, that third quarter was a nice. It was just really easy. It was easy flowing. We found a little rhythm. We found a couple plays right in there that really confused them a little bit. And it wasn't anything foolish. It was just, some stuff we saw and took it right down the field and mixed up a little bit of run, a little bit pass, and executed very, very well.
Do we see Robert Lewis, the emergence of Robert Lewis today?
Robert Lewis is a good football player. Robert Lewis is going to be a great football player. That young man has worked. He may be the hardest working player on our football team. His all season was extraordinary. His preseason was great, and he is going to be a force to be reckoned with. I'm very, very proud of that young man.
Coach, every week it seems like there's a different person on defense that steps up and has a big day that maybe we hadn't heard a lot about. Tell me a little bit about John Trey Hunter and his day today.
And John Trey is a special athlete. I mean, honestly, we could line John Trey up on the offensive side of the ball, and he would be one of the best wide receivers that we have. He can run. He's got a knack for making plays like Tay Lane does. John Trey, a little bit like Robert. He has grown so much since the first time he's walked on campus, and continuously gets better, starting to become a leader for us on defense, making plays. He's fun to watch in practice. He just grows. And in this day and age of football, you don't hear the stories of development any longer. It's about, transferring in and all this and all this stuff. But John Trey has really developed into a great football player, just the same with Robert Lewis.
What did you see from Darren this week versus last week, the improvements he was able to make for this game?
Darren, we all get better as the days go on. Each time you practice, you get a little bit better. You play your first game, you learn from your experiences in playing in the situations. Darren didn't force a lot of issues today. He took what was available, the easier throws. And he didn't really play just bad last week. He had batted balls. He had drops. So Darren is right on target. I love his confidence. I feel very, very good when he takes the field. I love his demeanor, and our players, they love it too.
So you talked about, obviously not wanting to be 0-2, but is this a different 0-2 than where you were at this point last season when you started 0-2? Do you feel different about the team right now?
And I know we have a good football team. I know our ceiling it's elevating. It's growing taller at the moment as we play each and every week. The disappointment of being 0-2 is it doesn't matter how you lose. It's always a disappointing feeling. I mean, if you're a competitor, it really drains you. I don't sit here today and feel any different. I mean, when you lose, it sucks. I mean, I'm in this job to win, and I'm a competitor, and it burns me, and it burns our football team. But if we manage these 2 losses the way I think we will with a mature football team, then we're going to grow and we're going to develop into a great football team.
Anything else for Coach?
Thanks, Coach.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
Okay,
Appreciate y'all.
we're gonna have Robert Lewis here in just a moment. Questions for Robert?
Rob, talk about that third quarter, you had 2 touchdowns, came out on fire. They talk about what you saw and what your coach was able to see against that North Carolina defense.
Really just the coaches, we saw a lot coming out of halftime with the changes they had. We saw that they didn't really press in the slot when we came in close. So really, I just got to give props to the O-line and the coaches and the QB for just trusting in me and just protecting our quarterback for me to make a play on it.
Coach talked about the hard work you put in. So now sitting here through 2 games, having 3 receiving touchdowns, how does it feel to have that hard work rewarded immediately on the field with touchdowns?
It feels good just knowing that my hard work is paying off. I really could have had a better game if you ask me. I really left one on the field, but just my coaches instilling me and my teammates just keeping that faith inside of me. Just keep motivating me to do better and just worry about the next play. Don't think about the play anymore. And just keep my head on straight. But it feels good just to know that my hard work's paying off.
You guys as a team feel like y'all left one?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We feel like we left one last week as well. We really just working hard. We should have had this game, no doubt. We just got to get better. Coming in next week, we got 24 hours to worry about this and be sad about this and just get back to work starting Monday.
What were y'all able to do in the third quarter? You had a really good offensive third quarter that you hadn't been doing.
Really, we just passed the ball. I would say that was the thing that I would say that was the big difference between the first half and the second half. But really, just passing the ball and just executing plays, and just believing in the play. I think that's what the difference was.
Who is that guy in practice that you have to go against on this defense that just pushes you to be better?
Really, I would say Jay Jones, and Barquise, and Quay White too when he practiced. But those guys, those 3 mainly, they really push me to do better because they kind of fast too. So they, it's a challenge towards me when another fast person's against me. So they're the ones that get me better each and every day.
And then what kind of goes through your mind knowing, like on the end zone fade touchdown you had, like when you're coming out of the huddle and the ball could be coming your way, what are you thinking?
Just execute the play, just run my route the best I can, and just get open. That's really what goes through my head, and most definitely just catch the ball. Just look it in, and just catch the ball.
Team will see that 14 has been playing these first 2 weeks. What do you look forward to for the rest of the season? The start that you've had.
Maybe I could see a lot more press nowadays. Coming up, and maybe just opening. I could be getting double teamed maybe, but then again, it's good because they can open up for the rest of my teammates because we got a good receiving core, So it'd just be better for us as a whole.
Which one of those touchdown passes are you more proud of? The one where the fade or the one where through the middle and you had to stop and kind of?
I'll probably say the first one because I think it was like the drive before, 2 drives before I had dropped the deep ball. So just knowing that I caught that one and scored, that really got me motivated and got me in high spirits.
When you drop one like that, are you like just can't wait to get another chance or?
yeah, but then again, you never know when your next opportunity might come. But, just the coaches, just having faith in me and just trusting me to make another play, yeah, that made me feel good.
Anything else for Robert? All right, it's
Thanks,
actually had 4 touchdowns in the last 3 games.
Appreciate it.
We got John Trey Hunter coming.
This is the escape room. She's gonna lock the door in a minute.
All right, questions for John Trey?
On that sack on the 4th down, I think you came on block. Did your eyes kind of light up there? Can you just kind of saw you had a pass to the quarterback?
Of course, it was a great play call for that down. You know what I'm saying? It was a clutch stop. So, of course, I was excited.
As you came out in the third, y'all played with intensity. You shut them down. Y'all were able to score 18-0.
Mhm.
What was that like for y'all coming out of the locker room? What did y'all, as a defense, what do y'all think about it?
Just stay focused. You know what I'm saying? It's a long game. You gotta keep improving, start to finish. So that's the only thing that was on our mind, was just to keep improving and make plays and do another job.
What's it like being part of this defense that has kind of been the rock of this team for the last couple of years?
Feels great, defense as a whole, we're real close. So, you know what I'm saying? We always want to play for each other and do our job best by our ability, because that's what we want our teammates to do anyway. So.
And is there an offensive player or even a defensive one in practice that just pushes you to be better?
I say Jamil Muhammad plays with a lot of intensity, a lot of focus. So he likes to push us a lot. So.
A big talk is going to be improved the pass rush and just a front seven play from the team this year, as opposed to towards the end of last year. What's been the difference, just maybe from the offseason or maybe even into this year, that's led to so many pressures of the quarterbacks, forcing turnovers for the team?
I would say our focus, real focus. You know what I'm saying? That's one of my key points. So, you know what I'm saying? I know going into games, our defense line is gonna keep pushing, start to finish. So that was one of our focal points in our season, getting a lot of pressure.
Back-to-back weeks, you faced a Power 5 offense.
Mhm.
What kind of experience do you think that's helped you as a defense, especially moving forward?
It gave us a lot of opportunity to make plays, on a bigger stage than what we usually normally have, but it give us the ability to see how we stack up against so-called Power 5s. So, you know what I'm saying? That's a great opportunity for us.
As one of the leaders on the defense, what do you want to see cleaned up going into the rest of the season?
Probably our focus throughout the entire game. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little MAs here and there, but as a unit, we continue to get better day by day, week by week. So that's all that we got to stay focused and keep trying to get better every week.
Anything else for John Trey?